Assalamu alaikum, grade 2. How are you? I hope you are happy and safe. Our lesson today is subtract across zeros. Some numbers end with zeros, like 200, 300, 400, and all hundreds. These numbers have no tens, no ones. How can we subtract from such numbers? This is what we are going to learn in this lesson. Let's start it. Listen the story. We have learned about 200 different kinds of animals. So interesting. 126 of those animals were mammals, like giraffes and elephants. Now the question is, how many of the animals were not mammals? What do you think, grade 2? How can we find how many of the animals were not mammals? Yes, of course, we need to find 200 minus 126. Let's model this problem. To model 200, we need 200 flats. Here they are. Now, 200 minus 126. To subtract, we need to cross out 6 ones. But in 200s, we don't have any ones. So what do you think, grade 2? What do we need to do? Place value chart here can help. This is the first number, 200 minus 126. Now 0 minus 6. Can we subtract 6 from 0, grade 2? Of course, no. We need to regroup. But there are no tens here. So what can we do? We don't have ones, we don't have tens, but we have hundreds. So we can regroup hundreds to tens. 100 to 10 tens. Just like this. So good. Now we have 10 tens and 100. So we will regroup 100 as 10 tens. So this 2 is gonna be 1. And this one is gonna be 10. We have 10 tens now. So good. But we don't have ones until now. So what do you think, grade 2? What can we do? Yes, of course. Now we will regroup 110 as 10 ones. Here they are. Now we have 10 ones. And 9 tens. So we have now 9 tens and 10 ones. So this 10 is gonna be 9 and this 0 is gonna be 10. So interesting. Now we have enough ones to subtract. Now 10 minus 6 equals 4. Great job, grade 2. 9 minus 2 equals 7. So interesting. And 1 minus 1 equals 0. So 200 minus 126 equals 74. So 74 animals were not mammals. So interesting. Now, please, grade 2, be sure to write the answer here and draw your model in this space. If you finish, let's solve another example. 400 minus 234. And using the base value, 400 minus 234. Let's model this problem. We need 400 flat to model the first number. So, these are the 400s. Here they are. Now, we need to cross out 4 ones. But again, we don't have ones. We don't have enough ones. And we don't have tens if we need to regroup. But we have 400s. So we can regroup hundreds to tens. We cannot regroup hundreds to ones in one step. Always we have to regroup 100 as 10 tens, and then regroup 110 as 10 ones. So let's regroup this 100 as 10 tens. Here they are. So interesting. So now we have 300 and 10 tens. But until now, we don't have ones. So we need to regroup 110 as 10 ones, like this. So interesting. Now we have 10 ones. So this 10 is gonna be 9 and this 0 is gonna be 10. So interesting. Now we have 10 ones. Now 10 minus 4 simply equals 6. So we will cross out 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 6 ones now. Now 9 minus 3. We'll cross out 3 tens. So 9 minus 3 equals 6 again. And what about hundreds? We still have 300s. We will cross out 200s. So 3 minus 2 equals 1. So the difference is 166. So the idea, when we subtract from hundreds, we need to regroup 2 times. The first step is to regroup 100 to 10 tens, and then regroup a 10 to 10 ones. This is called subtract across zeros. Now let's solve the question number 1. 800 minus 532. Again, there is no ones, there is no tens. So we have to regroup hundreds. So this 100 is gonna be 7. And the 0 is gonna be 10 now. Then we will regroup a 10 to 10 ones. So this 10 is gonna be 9. And this 0 now is gonna be 10. Now we can subtract. 10 minus 2 equals 8. And 9 minus 3 equals 6. 7 minus 5 equals 2. So the difference is 268. So interesting. Let's solve the question number 3. 100 minus 76. There are no ones, no tens, and 100. So how can we regroup? Yes, we need to regroup 100 to 10 tens. So this one is gonna be 0. And this 0 is gonna be 10. Now we have 10 tens. And then we will regroup a 10 into 10 ones. So the 0 is gonna be 10. Now 10 ones minus 6 ones equals 4 ones. And 9 minus 7 equals 2. So the difference is 24. So interesting. Now let's solve question number 9. 900 minus 876. The same idea. We cannot subtract ones or tens. We need to regroup 100. So this 9 is gonna be 8. And this 0 is gonna be 10. And now we need to regroup a 10 into 10 ones. So this 10 is gonna be 9. And this 0 is gonna be 10. 10 minus 6 equals 4. 9 minus 7 equals 2. 8 minus 8 equals 0. We get the same answer here. So interesting. It's 24. Now it's your 10th grade 2. So please try to solve these questions by yourself. And then when you finish, you can check your answers here. The same for these questions. You can check them here. The same for the next page. You can solve them by yourself. And then when you finish, you can check your answers here. And the next 2 pages are your homework grade 2. So please try to solve them by yourself. And then when you finish, you can check them here. That's enough for today, grade 2. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.